We live in an era where constant, immediate availability is the default expectation. You're rarely more than a few seconds from someone else's reach. When smartphones first became a permanent fixture in our pockets, their designers worked from a specific assumption that for a digital connection to be meaningful, it had to audibly interrupt your life. But as the volume of those alerts climbed into the hundreds, that interruption-based design reached a breaking point. We call it notification fatigue. The moment your personal device stops being a tool and starts being a source of persistent stress. In response, millions of users have started pushing back. They are flipping the silent switch, living in do not disturb modes, opting out of the chime entirely. This raises a difficult question about our social habits. If we are actively muting our primary tools for communication, are we simply becoming more isolated? This widespread silencing signals a growing friction between the constant demands of our interfaces and the actual capacity of our attention. To see why that friction exists, we have to look at how the brain actually handles an unexpected digital demand. Every chime consumes a portion of our cognitive load, the limited mental bandwidth we use to navigate the world. When unpredictable, these pings quickly exhaust our ability to focus. This graph illustrates the neurological cost of a single notification. Notice the sharp stress spike when the alert appears. Your brain reacts instantly to the uncertainty. Now look at the second line, the steady baseline of a muted device. Without the chime, anticipation is neutralized. Flipping the mute switch is a subconscious defense mechanism. It is an intentional act to protect that mental baseline from being hijacked by an app. Choosing silence preserves the mental energy you eventually need to engage with people, rather than burning it all on the alerts themselves. Silence creates the specific conditions required for a deeper bond. In the standard unmuted model, communication is reactive. Demand starts at the device, pointing toward the user. You jump when the interface dictates. But when silent, the model reverses. Communication becomes proactive. The arrow originates from the user, opening the channel based on their readiness. This shift reclaims control over your attention. You are no longer surrendering your focus to whoever happens to send a message first. Proactive checking usually leads to delayed responses. However, because those responses happen when you are actually prepared to give them, they tend to be higher in quality and more focused. By silencing the immediate demand for your attention, you make a deep, intentional connection possible. In this model, the smartphone becomes a patient tool, waiting for our instructions rather than issuing its own. A muted phone establishes a deliberate spatial boundary between the user and the digital world. This boundary is an essential adaptation. It is how we coexist with technology designed to be addictive, without letting it override our personal autonomy. The old social norm that everyone must be reachable at all times creates unnecessary friction in our lives. It is a standard that no longer serves us. In a hyper-connected age, the ultimate luxury is not the number of connections you have, but the ability to choose the timing of them. We often worry about the rudeness of a delayed reply, but a late response from a muted phone is actually a sign of focus, proof that the person on the other end is prioritizing their immediate world. Intentional digital silence is the new baseline for psychological self-care. It gives us the power to thrive in a hyper